Hello world, this is Tork from Subject Neutral, and welcome to Outside the Science Box. Now in this series, I'll be talking about space, zombies, and pretty much whatever else comes to mind. But in this episode, I'll be discussing a theory I have on dark energy and its effect on the universe. So, dark energy. It's an element which occupies over 2/3 of the observable universe and causes what scientists have termed an accelerated expansion between galaxies. But what is it exactly? Well, from what scientists have been able to find on the elusive element, is that it has a very light density. For example, if you took the volume of Earth and converted it into the same amount of volume in dark energy, the Earth would weigh roughly 1/10 of a microgram. That's the same amount of weight shared by 1/300th millionth part of a grain of salt. Think about that for a second. But regardless of its tiny density, dark energy possesses the power to move worlds. The pressure radiated from the element is so strong that, regardless of its small mass, it pushes even the most heaviest of elements at rates in which rocket acceleration is just a light breeze in comparison. So here we have an impossible element doing amazing feats. Now, the problem with dark energy is not only is the concept theoretical, but the theorem it's based off of is also theoretical. And that's a bit of an issue in my eyes. You see, general relativity is currently accepted amongst the scientific community, but besides the fact that its foundation is starting to show its cracks in recent scientific articles that I've read, it's the fact that its absolute acceptance may have actually blinded the community from more simpler theories. For example, recently it's been proven in the past few years that light can move objects in space through an application called solar sailing. How this works is when light travels across space and hits another object, part of its inertia is transferred to the object through a process called reflection. A great successful example of this is the Japanese ship Icarus. In 2010, the interplanetary kite craft, accelerated by the radiation of the sun, used a 200 square meter diamond-shaped polyimide sail to travel to Venus in about 6 months, using purely radiation from the sun to propel it like sail ships back from the 1600s and so on. So here we have physical proof that light can move an object in space. So could a theory be developed from this piece of evidence, exploring the results to say maybe that light is actually moving galaxies apart through simple physics? Pretty much what I'm saying is I believe the same ability that allows us to see other galaxies across the universe is the same force that is causing this very expansion. And as more and more galaxies come into view, the stronger this force becomes, causing a supposed acceleration of this expansion. You see, the sun in our own solar system gives off one solar mass's worth of light. But consider our galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy gives off roughly about 580 billion solar masses. That's slightly under the Andromeda galaxy's solar mass. So not only is that a lot of light, but considering the amount of stars that are in the galaxy, that's a lot of surface area for light to reflect off of. So, all in all, if the sun could accelerate a 200 square meter solar sail in space, could light from 580 billion solar masses accelerate the surrounding galaxies instead of just a theoretical theory of dark energy? That's what I believe, but that's just a theory outside the science box.